Growing up as the daughter of a general physician, people always asked if I was going to follow in my mom's footsteps and practice medicine. This question was answered with a scoff and some variation of, heck no! Science was my hardest subject, so why would I choose a career path that was going to be the hardest for myself? It wasn't until my senior year of high school when I took AP Biology that I fell in love with science and its ability to explain the way my body functioned and what solutions could be found when it didn't. It was around then when I first entertained the idea of medical school. I arrived at Ohio State as a neuroscience major who was pre-med-ish. I knew that I loved what I had learned about the brain and how it functions, but I also knew that I had really enjoyed biology and what I had seen of my mom's profession, so I wasn't ready to rule out medicine yet. It's easy to fall behind at school when taking time to make decisions, so I continued to take the pre-med courses along with my neuroscience courses. I figured eventually I would have a moment of clarity and everything would come together. But every once in a while, during a particularly stressful week, I would have moments of panic. I'd ask myself, is this really what you want to do? Who are you doing this for? I'd eventually calm down and get back to work, but the question still nagged at the back of my head. How will I ever be sure? Had I never been accepted into the STEP program, I might have spent my entire time at Ohio State in limbo. Luckily, during one of our cohort meetings, my faculty advisor inspired me to use my STEP stipend towards an experience that would be beneficial to my future. I realized that I was never going to have an aha moment stooped over my textbooks in Thompson Library. If I wanted to know if being a doctor was right for me, I needed to get real-world experience in medicine. At the end of May 2014, I spent 2 weeks in Iringa, Tanzania, during which I followed Dr. Rama in the female internal medicine ward and Dr. Rahib in the male surgical ward of Iringa Regional Hospital. I learned a lot in my 2 weeks in Iringa. I learned that I could watch a live surgery without feeling faint. I had never seen a surgery in person before, and I didn't know how I'd react to it, so you can imagine this was a huge relief. In fact, I loved my time in surgery, which was a medical career possibility I hadn't considered before. I already knew that I loved the science part of medicine, but I was inspired by the true passion that doctors have in their interactions with the patients. In Tanzania, it is not nearly as profitable to be a doctor as it is a businessman. The physicians at Iringa work for little money and with incredibly limited resources because they truly enjoy helping people. There was always something glamorous about international medicine, but after this trip and seeing what it takes to be a doctor with limited resources, I know I'll have to carefully consider where I choose to practice. The final thing I learned during my time in Iringa was that this one experience wasn't going to be enough to know exactly what I wanted to do forever. What I've truly gained most from this trip is a peace of mind that I'm on the right track in life. I might not know where this road ends, but at least I know I'm going in the right direction.